Hi everyone, today I want to share how to make this delicious spiced rice. It is so easy and very delicious. Let's get started. You'll need white rice. You can use any white rice. My preference is jasmine. You could use basmati, long grain, whatever you want, okay? And then salt, paprika, ground black pepper, turmeric, olive oil, in an instant pot. The full recipe will be in the description box below. Step number 1 is to press the saute button and just go with the default heat for saute. You can adjust the level of heat that you saute with by pressing saute and then adjust, but for this, just press saute and it'll go to normal heat. That's what you want. Add a tablespoon and a half of olive oil and then let it sit on the saute setting for a minute and a half until the oil is hot enough so that when you go ahead and add your rice, you should be hearing a sizzle. It's a little sizzle, and you're adding 2 cups of rice. Stir the rice with the oil until all the grains are coated. Add a teaspoon of paprika, a teaspoon of salt, a quarter to half teaspoon of black pepper, and half a teaspoon of turmeric into a little dish, okay? And then you're gonna stir it all up. Don't forget that your rice is toasting in the Instant Pot while you were mixing up those spices. So give your rice a stir and check out some of the grains. You'll see that some of them are starting to get a little bit golden brown. After the rice has toasted a little bit, you're going to go ahead and add all the spices that you mixed up earlier. And you're going to mix it very well. The saute function is still on at this point, so now the spices are also going to get toasted a little bit. One thing to keep in mind is that the flavor of this rice is all going to depend on how long you let things toast. It's just like putting toast in a toaster. So sometimes I let my rice get golden brown before I add the spices. That's going to give a nuttier, more roasted flavor. Sometimes I do what I did here where it was just barely toasted. So let the spices and rice toast for about 30 seconds and then go ahead and add your first cup of water and you'll get that nice bubbly sound. You're going to go ahead and add 2 cups of water total. And FYI, when you cook rice in the Instant Pot, it's equal parts rice, equal parts water. The length of cooking time will depend on the variety of rice you use. I will link a great article on this below. Okay, so I mixed it all up, and then what I did was you're gonna cancel the saute function and hit the manual button, and you're going to hit the minus button, what I'm doing right here, and go all the way down to 5 minutes, okay? The top is on your Instant Pot and you want to make sure that it's set to the ceiling or upmost position, okay? I'm going to talk in a moment about this picture here, but after you have done what I just said, basically press manual, gone down to 5 minutes and set the thing to seal, that little doohickey on top. You are done. You should not press any more buttons. I used to be confused by the Instant Pot and feel like, is it done or do I need to press more? You have done what you need to do. Now what's going to happen is the Instant Pot is going to build up pressure and it should seal, okay? You know the Instant Pot has sealed when 2 things have happened. One, that little metal cylinder next to the nozzle that I just called a doohickey, basically the little metal circle on the right in the picture above should now become flush. It'll be pushed up by the steam and you know that your pot is pressurized, okay? At this point also, your number, the 5, the minutes of cooking should show up on that digital screen, and it should start counting down. I do recommend eyeballing your Instant Pot after, 20, 25 minutes or so, because it should have built up pressure. There are times where it doesn't seal correctly for a number of reasons. I've been expecting guests. I look over at my Instant Pot, it's been sitting there for an hour and it never pressurized. So make sure after you do, the cooking mode, pressing the manual and the cooking time, that it is sealed. The little metal bar's up and you have a number 5. Now the Instant Pot is going to cook on that high pressure for 5 minutes. And when it's done, you'll see L000 on your Instant Pot in the red digital letters. So at this point, you're just going to let the Instant Pot sit. It's going to naturally, slowly release its steam, and you want to let it do that for the next 16 minutes. And if it goes beyond the 16 minutes, if you get busy, you come back and it's at L20, L25, it's not the end of the world. You don't want to let it go too long, but basically you want to make sure that it goes at least 16 minutes on this phase so that the rice is nice and tender. Once it reaches L16, you're going to go to the top of the Instant Pot and you're going to flick the nozzle from the sealing position to the venting position, and the residual steam is going to come out of the Instant Pot and make a little sizzle. Okay, now you can twist the top off and your rice is done. And at this point, all you're gonna do is fluff it with a rubber spatula, and when fluffing rice, it's good to go on the outside edges and fold it in, not just mash it all up with a fork. So there you go. If I make this and dinner is in an hour or two, I basically just turn the Instant Pot off and then I put the lid on so that the rice doesn't dry out. This rice goes really great with grilled meats, and I love to eat it with tzatziki sauce. I have a video on tzatziki sauce. Fresh veggies, I just threw some purple onions and cucumbers on this plate and then ran to the dinner table. But it has a mild yet very delicious flavor, so it's not going to overpower the dish to the point where you can't pair it with something else that's spicy. And it's vegetarian, it's vegan, it doesn't have chicken stock, so it is just a wonderful addition to your cooking repertoire. Okay, so I hope you enjoy it. Have a great day. God bless you.